Hello and welcome back to the LASO walkthrough. I'm SilverAxisKiwi and today we are going to be finishing up the 6th mission, which is 343 Guilty Spark. To start off, we will exit the Pelican and run to the left. Use the rocks and trees as landmarks so you can find your way to this dead end. Jump up on the small rock and then up the hill so you can skip the enemies at the beginning. Then when you run up near the shade turret, hug the right side wall and run into the base. The enemies will ignore you and keep running so you can get through this part without taking any damage. Now hop on the elevator, and what we want to do here is run forward in the middle right corner on the same side you activated the elevator on. This way when it reaches near the bottom you can walk out and hit the roof in front of you and slide down. You don't have to do this, but it is much quicker. Run through those enemies blocking the door and then immediately turn right to drop down. If you can, make sure to melee someone before dropping so you have full shields once here. Now down here we need to go through the door on the right, so kill the jackals and grunts blocking it and then go through. Headshot the grunts first and hope they blow up everything else. If there's only a jackal or two left, feel free to run up and melee them so as to not waste any bullets. Once on the other side of the door, we will enter another room with a group of jackals. There's a door on the left you need to get through, so man mode that shit and beat some ass. Now when you enter through this door, you need to go around the left side. What the fuck? God damn it. What? Son of a... God damn it! Fuck. Alright. Alright, I think... Yeah, we're good. Alright, so there's going to be this little spot up here on the left side that you need to jump on top of. And then you need to jump up there, as you can see. But we need our second guy who was being a douchebag earlier, so we can get up there without having to grenade jump. So bring him over and then use his head to get up top and then run through the door straight ahead. Then run around this corner and down the ramp where you will get a cutscene. Now the Flood have officially entered the Halo 1 game, so you have to deal with them from here on out. So first thing you need to do when you enter this room is take your second controller and book it as fast as you can to the corner on the left. This way you can fight off all the Flood and don't have to worry about him getting hit. The Flood are then going to flood in from 3 doors in the room. The first one will be directly in front of you. Use your grenades here, and once you've killed the majority of them, they will come out through the door in the back right corner. After blowing them up, the next door is the front left one. Once you kill all the little guys, there will be a larger group that enters through the door that you originally came through. This part is pretty easy. You can just chuck a few grenades and melee the rest. Here you will have plasma grenades, but only because you start the mission with them, so now is a good time to use them. They will probably rush you super hard, but if you get them clumped up like this, then chuck a grenade and that will do most of the work for you. Then just kill off any stragglers and you're done with this room. When you leave and go back up the ramp, there will be more blocking the door. Careful if you stick one because they run at you very fast and it almost killed me right here. You can save your bullets at that part and melee them, but it will take a lot longer to do that. Then exit out the door and run to the right side where there is another one. You'll come to this room where you will again go to the right, but this time drop down and go through the door on the first floor. Don't worry about the enemies here as you can run past them quickly. Then into this room, run up to the other side and ignore the enemies again. You'll want to get to these purple boxes and jump on top of them to get to the second floor. Then we will head right where there is the next door you need to go through. There's a bunch of enemies guarding it, but don't worry about taking any damage because there's some health kits on the other side. If you do get low while running, just melee something quickly to get your shields back to full. Now go left and then you'll run through one more room before taking an elevator down. You'll do the same thing, except this time it will be on the left corner instead of the right. Now there is an overshield on top of some boxes in this room, but I prefer to go for speed here because if you're not quick enough, your second guy will get killed easily. So run in that room and pick up the invis and sit your character in the corner. Then take the second controller and do the same exact thing, except once you get the invis and they can't see you anymore, go to the left side and hide behind the pillar there. That way when it runs out, none of them can see you and you're free to continue the mission on your first controller. Now pick up that first chief again, drop down, and run to the back left side of the room. Go through the door there and then run to the back of the next room to jump on the boxes to get to the second floor. Your invis may run out here, but that's fine as there's not that many enemies in here anyways. Then run back to the door right above where you entered the room from and then continue running straight to go through the door in the room where you first got the invis. This part can be difficult if you're not sure what to do, but if you follow my steps, then it really is easy to get past. Now after going through that door, I know there's a lot of doors here, bear with me, you'll be on the second floor, so drop down and go through yet another door on the left. You'll enter this room where you need to run straight across and through more fucking doors. Ignore the Flood here as they won't do that much damage to you. Then into this room, run right and there's some boxes you can jump on to get up top. There's a health pack there if you need it, so make sure not to miss that. Take a left and run across the bridges to get to, you guessed it, another bluish glowing door. Once in here, activate the bridge switch and YOLO swag it across. I suggest tossing a grenade to help clear out the enemies because you may get stuck in that small hallway. Melee as much as you can while going to the elevator switch in order to keep those shields healthy. Hop on the elevator and activate it as quickly as possible to go up to the last area of the mission. Now that we're back at the surface, grab some health and switch out your AR for a shotgun because you will definitely need it. Run outside and hug the left wall all the way around the map. Literally all the way around. We want to deal with the least amount of flood possible, but we're still doing a run and gun strategy to get to the other side. You'll come to this crevice where you can see one flood running into it. This is where the run and gun begins. Take out your shotgun and shoot anything and everything you see that gets close to you. They will drop down and also come from behind, so once you go under this large tree, turn around and start shooting. If they aren't too close, use your pistol instead, as that will take them out pretty quickly. Feel free to chuck your grenades and also melee if you get a chance to get some shields back. Then continue following the map around the outside edge until you see the giant tower, where you will end the mission. When you reach the back end of the tower, this is where there will be a few flood to kill. Once you don't see much more, run out a little bit further where you may be able to see the two things flying in the air. The mission ends when they die, so pretty much just a waiting game back here until they get destroyed by the flood. As you can see, I was just chilling back here and they eventually both died. Then the cutscene will trigger and you've completed the mission. Thank you for watching this guide. I hope it helped you to get through this mission on LASO, and I will see you next time for the library.